What are your thoughts for your character?
So the big sort of action adventure archetype I wanted for him
Uh-huh.
was the man in the chair. And so
Okay, tell
the
me tell me more about that.
so it's like the guy that's either at the laptop or the terminal and is
Oh,
running
cool.
all kinds of things
Okay.
from wherever he is. And then there are more like rough and tumble operational guys, but he's got all of these technical skills, and so having him along on an adventure is both useful and not, because
Okay.
he is not somebody who can really handle himself in a fight, and he's
Okay,
also not
cool.
super athletic, and so
Um that's really interesting. Do do you think that that is an angle for character growth for him? Like, do you, because when I hear that, I think like, oh, like he's not yet able
yeah,
to like deal with things, but if pressed, he will like, he'll like be with the team and do what needs to be done and throw down and then kind
yeah,
of be surprised by that.
yeah. Well, I mean, any of that kind of thing is always possible for character growth, but like the way I see this guy is that up to this point he's been feeding the resistance basically information, and has been causing electronic mayhem. And so now
Okay.
they're like, if you want to be involved, this is involved, and you got to be
Oh,
part of a
interesting.
cell and go and do. And so
Oh, okay.
we have reached the limit of what you can do just feeding us stuff from your terminal, because one of these days stormtroopers are going to surround you and take you away, and so we can't protect you unless you're willing to stick your neck out.
Interesting. So I'm kind of getting from that like a little bit of a pressure vibe,
Yeah,
like that he is content doing his thing, but that the rebellion is like, no, you need to step it up.
yeah.
Um, and that may push him into an uncomfortable place.
Well, and I think what makes it maybe both uncomfortable and not uncomfortable is that he wants to be more involved, but
Okay.
to be more involved, he's got to do this. Like
Okay.
you can keep doing the nickel and dime stuff you're doing, and but I don't think he's satisfied with that. I think he has gotten enough of a taste of resistance to be like, yeah, no, I want to help more. It's like, okay, well, if you want to help more, you got to get out of your little cave and start helping. And he's like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. Well, if you want in, this is in.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I love that. So so he's just like doing his like, minor things and then but he wants to do more and then the rebellion comes to him and is like, "Hey, there's some opportunities here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want them?" So is he opting into those, do you think, or is
Yeah.
he reluctant, or like how's his feelings with regards to that
So
opportunity?
what I haven't yet decided is, so on the character sheet it talks about how he has seen the corruption in the empire, and has seen
Okay,
it through his understanding, which is financial and electronic and all of that.
cool.
and just give what I want to figure out is a precipitating moment, like something he finds in all of that information that makes it
Oh,
absolutely personal.
cool.
And so
Okay.
now he can't just feed little stuff, like he knows what's at stake,
Love it.
and so he can't stay on the sidelines.
That is so cool. So what do you think that is that like one of his like his parents, like either his mom or his dad or both, or a sibling or a friend? Or I'm kind of imagining like
Yeah.
somebody gets in trouble with the empire that he sees in an unjust way, right?
Well, and so what I was thinking maybe is like he would see, so Coruscant is a planet, and
Right.
so we can think of it as planet sized, and so his little region he sees as marked or maybe there's some kind of disease or something like that, and so he sees in all of these financial. Oh, no, 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 we are diverting all of the vaccines to where the empire higher ups are, and we'll make sure the rich people are taken care of, but all of these poor folks are not cost effective, and so he sees his
Interesting.
region and knows that a lot of them are just going to die.
Okay, cool. Um yeah, so a little more generalized. I Is there a way that it could be personal, that
Sure.
like, oh yeah, like mom back in the old country, isn't going to get the vaccine or like
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. That could
Okay.
easily. Yeah, that could very easily be the case, and so maybe his, or how about this? How about his little sister who lives there with the
Oh, love it.
parents is uh,
Yes.
is tiny and sickly like him and will most definitely die. Like Hardy,
Cool.
Hardy and normal people will probably be able to fend it off, but she's not going to live. Like if she
Got
doesn't
it.
get the vaccine right now, she's not going to live.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I love that. I'm kind of thinking like there's some North Korea vibes with this, like,
Hmm.
the way that North Korea kind of keeps their populace in place, and it's like near starvation levels. And um okay, cool. Yeah, super duper love that. So that for him is kind of a triggering episode.
Hmm.
um what's his day to day like? How does he live his life, income wise? Is he does he work for the empire? Is this like
Yeah.
an inside guy, or okay?
So you know how they're like government contractors, and
Yes,
so they're
totally.
not specifically. I think he is a financial contract, or a part of a financial contracting firm that deals with the empire, that and so because of that, let me see, his financial situation is pretty good. And
Cool.
so did you ever see the movie Stranger Than Fiction?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I kind of see him as kind of a Harold Crick kind of situation, where
Okay.
he goes to work. His day is extremely regimented. He goes to
Okay.
work. He does his
Yes, yes, yes,
job,
yes.
and he's super efficient and absolutely faceless in this machine. And
Ooh,
so
nice.
and so that and the only weird thing about him are those droid eyes, which he wears these shades all the time,
Cool.
basically opaque shades, which doesn't matter because of the droid eyes,
Uh-huh.
and so it doesn't give him superhuman perception or anything like that because he's unwilling to take this, like, almost completely. He's unwilling to just let them out and do their thing,
Uh-huh.
and so that's why, I mean, his his perception is normal, but his investigate is really high, which I see as a part of this financial side of things,
Cool.
and so maybe down the line he can start to deal with all of that stuff too
Yeah, that
if he
is really
survives,
interesting. Right. Yeah.
because
So,
he could easily get killed,
right.
and I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, so he's doing his job. He's like hired contractor. He's seeing all these things happen, and then he sees the Empire doing some bad things. And then what happens next? Like, does he maybe talk to some friends to reach out to the rebellion, or do they contact him as like, oh, you know what's happening? Like, how do you see that interaction?
So the way I see that happening is so I don't think he'd be the kind of person that would know a resistance like that even exists.
Oh
And
wow,
so
okay.
what he's done is has thrown financial roadblocks in the way of certain things, and so has, like, triggered audits and stuff like that,
Ha,
and it's just little by little causing these bits of chaos, and is covering his tracks well enough so that it seems
right,
like the norm, but, like, maybe maybe certain shipments of munitions and stuff like that end
right,
up
okay.
in an entirely different system or something,
Right.
and just causing random chaos, and that there's a spy who's a better investigator than the paper pushers for the Empire, who finds out who this person is, and
Cool.
tells the people in charge of recruiting assets, hey, there's this guy, and he seems like he is self radicalized, and so
Ha.
let's maybe apply a little pressure and see what he has, or what he's willing, where he's willing to go with this.
Cool. I love that so much. So, yeah, you mentioned that maybe his sister is affected by some of the Empire's poor decisions. What do you think his family like background slash life has been? Like, was he drafted into this company, or like what are his parents, I guess, are his parents well to do, or are they like, pretty bottom barrel?
I think they're on the just able to scrape by level of poor, and so, like, on the higher side of the low classes, like, they don't have to worry about where their meals come from, but he's the proverbial got out of podunk kid,
Yeah.
because
Cool.
he had these natural skills, and through scholarships and things like that, made his way out of obscurity to the big capital area,
Cool.
and so that's his.
Does he maintain a relationship with his family, or like how does he, is he ashamed of them, or is he like, no, like you helped mom and dad, you helped me get where I am, or
I think he maintains a relationship with them, but keeps so very busy that he probably isn't he's not the most personable guy. Let me see what I've put
Sure.
for and so like yeah, his persuasion is 14, and so
Right.
he's probably like, oh, I don't live with them anymore, and I don't really have anything in common with them anymore. But it's also like, well, but she can't protect herself,
Okay.
and so
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean his appearance is pretty high though.
well, and I saw that as more along a financial side of things.
Okay,
Like,
cool. Got it.
he is well represented within the society,
Okay, interesting. Yeah,
but
yeah.
he himself is physically, because I read appearance as having some could have something to do with the way the finances end up and all of that.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, so it sounds like he is like a kind of a regular Joe,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, working
Um
stiff.
which I mean that's so good for a hero narrative. Um what tell me about his blindness from the degenerative illness.
So maybe like a space version of like macular degeneration,
Okay.
and so but instead of just like it being little by little over time, like his actual eyes degenerated, and so by the time they were completely useless and gone, that he was already an important figure in this subcontractor, and they said, oh well, we'll set you up with these awesome droid eyes, no one will even be able to tell, and meanwhile they're like super obviously droid eyes.
um cool. What did you want to get from that angle? Like not mechanically, but like what are you thinking that affects how he perceives the world or yeah, what did you want that to be?
I think for the flavor of that, I wanted that to sort of because he's with his accounting, computer, electronics, investigate mechanical repair. Maybe those push the boundaries of all of that, and so he's got like a user interface in his own eyes that can pop up and be like, be looking for this thing, and
Cool.
um, and so just like the idea of a
Cool.
Blade Runner style modded human.
Yeah, yeah. No, I super dig that and I think that that's consistent with the setting. Obviously, thinking about Shadowrun, cybernetic kind of interactions. I think that that sounds very cool. Okay, so we've got some motivations. So how does he feel about let me just think this. Um so somebody figured out that he is like kind of poking around and like getting questions. By the way, A plus Star Wars character name. I don't know if you put that into a generator or if
Nope,
you just did that yourself.
nope.
Oh my god. Susan, did you see this?
Hang on. What?
Just like in terms of a Star Wars character name.
That's excellent.
Right? It's just like just damn nailed it.
That is a lot of Star Wars literature read
Oh
during
my god, I'm
formative years.
sure. I'm sure. Um so the kind of the recruiter, figured out that he's like, looking around and figuring out poking into things where he shouldn't be. Um what I guess, and you mentioned he was kind of self-radicalized. How does he feel about interacting with the rebellion? Is he like, oh, this is no, I found my people and now I'm doing my thing? Or is he like a little bit reluctant? Or he's like, I mean, maybe I'll sell them out to the Empire? Or like, where is he on that kind of spectrum?
I think at first it was terrifying. Like
Okay,
they may have even applied some mental judo on him related to it.
sure.
Like you're gonna have to do this thing for us, or we're just gonna have to turn you in.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
so he ends up doing some ridiculous, like at a face-to-face terminal hack or something like that, with his heart pounding out of his chest, and gets something extremely useful out of it for the rebellion. And then all of a sudden they're absolutely welcoming, and it's like, no, you're our guy. That was the audition,
Cool.
you passed, you're our guy.
Cool.
And so now he is treated very well by them and feels a sense of belonging with sort of these combat special forces kind of rebel jock guys,
Ha,
and
right.
probably has some residual, like, nerd insecurity,
For sure.
and is being treated like one of the boys.
Cool. Is he continuing to maintain his regular life and facade and that
Yeah,
sort of thing? And this is just a side. Okay.
yeah, like he until he absolutely cannot go to work and follow his normal everyday thing, he's going to do it because it's just what you do on weekdays.
Right. Right. Ha,
And so I'm sure eventually he'll no longer be able to work, and will
right.
cash in all of the vacation time that he has never taken over the course of years and years.
right.
And or like, I see him, or I've written him as 43.
Yeah.
So he may be taking a rebellion sabbatical,
Nice.
and is just like, oh, I've got some personal things to take care of.
Right.
I need to have a sabbatical. And so to him, this is his 1-2 years of sabbatical. I'm going to bring down the empire on sabbatical, and then I'm going to come back and start auditing people's tax returns again.
Does he? Okay. So that's an interesting idea. Does he? So he thinks that this is not a one-way trip. Like he's like, no, I can do this subversive thing and then
Yeah.
come back to my life.
Yeah, I can destroy the empire from a computer terminal.
Okay.
It'll take a month, and then everything will be normal again. And so
Okay.
he probably has no realistic understanding of what it is he's getting into, and that there's likely not any coming back out of this.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Um. Cool. I mean, yeah. I dig that. That is a complex, fleshed out character. I like that. I imagine I imagine that his friends are present, but how do you think his friends deal with him?
I think I think they just talk shop.
Okay.
I think they you wouldn't believe this, this guy carried the two instead of the one. What an idiot. And so they probably don't even get together all that much. They go back to their homes,
Okay.
and they do whatever little solitary mini hobbies that they have. Like he may just sit and build models like various classes of spaceship, and is really fascinated by all of that, and just has model upon model all over his house, like he's an action figure collector or something like that. But he's built everything, and always has 3 or 4 little ship projects going on, and is building has his entire kitchen table taken up by some like Imperial destroyer that he's been
Ah,
little by little making a scale model of.
cool. And so I take from that, like in terms of romantic relationships, like never had anyone, or like maybe had someone and it fell apart, or like what do you think that looked like?
Maybe like super awkward young nerd romance
Yeah.
that fell apart because they like maybe she ended up on an entirely different star system,
Uh-huh.
and so it's not even really the one that got away. It's, oh, this is
Right.
something that happened when I was in
Right, right.
school, and
Cool.
we went on like 4 awkward dates, and it is the love of my life.
Right, right. Yeah. But I kind of gather so is he so he's like sees these things and has this sense of, I kind of get this idea that he has a sense of like personal honor, like he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
like maybe to him that right and wrong is specific. I mean, it's not black and white, but maybe he just sees the way the Empire deals with things as just inherently, no, these ledgers will never be properly balanced. They will
Ah,
always have something that they're that they're not being quite upfront with, and along with the personal stuff, it's like that. It's just corrupt. It's corrupt, and
cool.
corruption is
That's not
by its very
okay.
nature wrong.
Right. Right.
And then you gotta eradicate it. Like you delete numbers that don't fit, and the empire is a number that will never fit because of the way it's run.
Awesome. Love it. Cool. That sounds great. Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Um, anything else that you're thinking of for Chris Stand? Any other secrets, plots, etc.? I mean, I think I've got a
Not
pretty good
yet.
idea
I mean,
of who he
this
is.
is
I dig it.
yeah, this is pretty complex, and so
Yeah.
I I would be afraid of adding too many more layers to it, because right now
Yep.
it's complex, but it seems like a real guy,
Yes,
and
totally.
so that's something I dig.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I like it. I think he'll be fun to play.
Cool, cool,
I think he is really likely to get killed, but I think he's going to be fun to play.
cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Ben.
yeah,
Would love to chit chat a little bit more. Sorry.
yeah.
Oh, I guess you're feeling better than you were yesterday,
Not
which is
oh,
great.
not really. No, I'm
Oh no,
yeah.
really?
All of those little mutes were for massive just hacking
Oh
coughs,
shit.
and
Oh
so
no.
yeah, I'm not feeling great, and so
Ugh.
I'll be all masked up for my
Yeah.
long work day tomorrow, but it needs to get
Ish.
done. So
Yeah. You fancy hop keto next Saturday, maybe? Hopefully you're feeling better.
I definitely fancy hop keto. A friend passed away this week, and his
Oh no.
funeral. Yeah, well, as sudden heart attack. Bad. He's a good bit older.
Wow.
He had had a heart attack before, and
Uh-huh.
so but his funeral is going to be mid-afternoon on Saturday. And
Okay.
so I should be able to get to Hopketo, and then I'll have to get cleaned up and head over to that thing. And so
Okay.
the Yoshikai class,
Not gonna work. Okay.
yeah,
Cool. Okay, great. Well, that sounds good. Thanks for joining. Really excited
yeah,
to talk about the character, and I'll see you probably about a week.
sounds good.
Yay.
Yay.
Hey Sam. Your audio is not coming through right now.
About now,
There you go. You gotta tell voice meter. Come on, voice meter.
right? Yeah, I just screwed around a ton with my voice meter settings the other day because of the way I'm linking my home
Oh,
my work from home setup with this.
uh-huh.
And some new audio stuff is arriving in the mail tomorrow that will drastically simplify that. So
Nice. Awesome.
should be done with having how I got it set up, but right now everything's a little crazy because of that.
Yeah, no, that's understood. Yeah. Um, yeah, we went to the Auburn swing dance on Friday, and yeah, the guy was just like DJing it from his phone. Just like pushing it out. Like, yep.
Yeah, it's pretty, startup low
Yeah.
tech
Simple. Yeah.
simple setup.
Yep. Um, cool. Well, thanks for I don't have you sent me a PDF yet?
I have not. I really need to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
will get
that's
that
fine.
to you hopefully tonight.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, tell me about what your vision is for the character and all that kind of stuff.
yes, so this is the one I was thinking for the it's funny, I'm playing the two characters I'm playing in these games are like polar opposites. So like
Yeah. Yeah, I
in the
remember the company that like he's just gonna be a dumb, like friendly guy.
yeah, in the company they're in, he's just like big, friendly, like
Yep.
strong, attractive, dumb as a sack of bricks. Like
So
but
good.
I imagine him to be a much slighter, like physically slighter person. But the idea that I had for this character was that he's like a very sort of sharp, like mentally very acute, and sort of maybe an intelligence officer even, but
Okay.
someone who was like a company man. Like he was sold a real good pitch for what the Empire was gonna do for the galaxy and how they had plans to bring order to the civilization, and things would be done right. None of this like all these the backhand or back alley or what's the word? So
Yeah.
behind dealings of like money running everything. He was sold
Right.
a fair right, like we're going to do this the right way, sort of bringing order to things by the Empire, and that was the pitch he was given, and he was all for that pitch. That sounded phenomenal to him, so he was an intelligence officer, kind of more boots on the ground, less desk worker.
Okay.
But like at some point he has become disillusioned with that. The reality he's observed and the pitch he was sold have not they did not align.
Cool.
That's where I'd say he's at sort of ideologically. I don't think he's necessarily like totally on board with the rebellion either.
Right.
They don't exactly seem like the bastion of order and sensibility that he was looking for either, but they're working to bring down the empire that he has seen behind the curtain to see is not only just not order that he was sold, but it's a pretense. He at least the rebellion's honest about what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's sort of ideologically where I see him at.
Cool. What's like how did he grow up? Yeah, like what's his background like?
Well, I think he is one of a number of siblings.
Okay.
Not sure where he fits in there. I haven't really hashed out whether it's older siblings or younger siblings or somewhere in the middle. He's probably, if anything, he's not the oldest sibling.
Right.
So he's either got some number of older siblings, potentially some younger siblings. But I imagine what I'm thinking is, oh, this just occurred to me. I think it's probably like a pretty competitive type of family. Like they're all
Interesting.
another, except
Cool.
I'm gonna say except for one. There's one sibling who's kind of the family black sheep. It's not him. It's not him.
Right.
Somebody is the family black sheep who is like, maybe they're the ones who like put a word in his ear that like he should reconsider things. I don't know.
Ooh, neat.
But I reckon he's got probably some other imperial employed siblings.
Cool.
But this was the character I was thinking was like a sort of career, like company man. Like he was all for his job. His career was everything for him. And then seeing behind the curtain and seeing that things didn't actually run the way he was pitched.
Yeah.
No longer so gung-ho for the Empire anymore.
Cool. Yeah, I dig that. How old is he?
I think mid to early 30s, like fairly young for
Okay.
this anyway.
Cool. And any romantic entanglements or anything like that?
Ooh, I didn't think about that. Hmm. That's a good question. I think he might have. He doesn't have any like spouse or anything of that nature.
Okay.
He might have something that is in the budding stages of a relationship with another rebel officer or rebel person, and that is causing some conflict in his.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Because obviously that can't be public if that's the case, if they're known.
Right.
So I think that might be something of that nature, like a budding relationship with a fellow, rebellion.
Okay,
alliance.
cool. I dig it. His family, did they come from money? Were they working class? Like what how is he raised, do you think?
I would say probably upper middle class. They were able to send him to some nice Imperial Academy to get his training.
Okay.
Like they at least could afford to send him off to an academy, like a decent academy.
Okay, cool. Cool. That sounds good.
Not like wealth or anything, nothing by any means.
Right. Okay. And then so he kind of came in like entry level intelligence officer, boots on the ground, like kind of being out in the field, and then seeing that the reality of what's happening is not matching the pitch. Was there some like traumatic thing that happened to him where they were like, you need to go like murder these like 15 towns, innocent townspeople? Or was it more like subtle where they were just like, oh yeah, just like feed us this information? He was like, I'm not sure if that's the right, quote unquote thing to do. Like, how do you feel like that transition was for him?
So I feel like when he started, he was probably pretty like blinders on to any like funny business that didn't match up with what his vision of what the Empire was going to be was.
Okay.
He's probably started fairly young with the Empire and has been there for some time, and
Right.
like started at like bottom level grunt, but it
Right.
was like
Totally.
pretty good career trajectory, like recognized for like ambition and yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? And ambition and initiative, And sorry, I'm trying to take notes on this as well.
Yeah.
I had some notes, but I'm adding to them.
Cool.
But yeah, had some ambition and initiative that he got recognized for, and that's sort of what got him promoted, at least to some degree. Still in the field, still doing field work.
Right.
But I think his sort of like process of becoming disillusioned would be a more gradual. It was probably a more gradual thing that maybe was sent over the tipping point by a more personal motivation. Like I'm thinking, like we had discussed, maybe he got like passed over for like a promotion he thought he deserved.
Oh yes. Uh-huh.
It was probably
yeah, totally. That like he saw the nepotism.
he saw the nepotism
Yeah.
and was like, this is not the meritocracy I was promised and
Right.
the just system I was promised.
Yeah.
So like probably had some idea, but didn't feel like he like didn't want to confront the he was sort of willing to live in denial and like sort of double think, kind of like ignoring the fact that the reality he was pitched and what he wanted didn't match, and like what he saw didn't match, until it got personal for him. And when it personally affected him, that's when he was like, wait a second. And then he starts things like, it's like, this has been going on all along. I've just been ignoring it.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm kind of getting a vibe that he's not a particularly heroic
I don't think
character. Like he's not doing it because it's the right thing to do. He's doing it because he's pissed off.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's a very compelling, like morally gray character.
Yeah.
He's like, that's why I'm like, he's not totally on board with like ideologically on board with the Alliance.
Right.
He's like, we're fighting for the good of the galaxy. Like,
right.
He's a more like lawfully minded, like things should be done the right way. Like there should be an order to things that should be done the right way. And like but it's also like when it personally got to him, that's when he's like, wait a second, this isn't fair. But he was willing to overlook it when it didn't directly affect him. But
right.
Now that it's affecting him, he's like, wait, hold on, this can't we can't let
this yeah.
And this is how it's gonna be. Yeah, so it's a more personally like selfishly motivated character, I would say, than like doing good, for the sake of doing good.
Cool. No, I that's fantastic. I love that. That works really well.
Which is where I can see like the conflict with like an internal conflict, at least with like maybe the budding romance with someone on ideologically with the Alliance.
Ooh, interesting.
Some like internal tension for him.
Yeah,
that's why that could be compelling. Because I had not thought about that until you asked it. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So like maybe they're more committed than he is, and he's like,
he's there because he's there because they're bringing down this system that he knows is corrupt. Even if he's not totally on board with all their reasons for doing it, at least they're bringing down this corrupt system that he sees.
Right.
But maybe that person that he's started to get into a relationship with is potentially much more like ideologically driven with the Alliance.
Yeah, cool.
I cannot spell the word ideologically. Thank you. Spell check.
Yeah.
I keep wanting it to be an A, but it's an O and it's ideal.
Yeah. Cool. That sounds good. You doing okay? You sound you have a coughing.
I've got like a tickle in my throat, and it's like I've got some like really thick mucus is just kind of lingering there. My sinuses have finally cleared out. I can breathe.
Oh, good. Nice.
But yeah, I've just got like a perpetual tickle in my throat. That's why I'm like, I need to just like drink something or like have a hard candy or something, and then I'm fine.
Okay.
Like when I inhale tickles.
So it sounds like he wants order. He wants to do. He's not so interested in doing the right thing, but he's pissed off because he got passed over for promotion, And so now he's like, all right, the Empire is not good, so I'm gonna like help the alternative.
Yeah,
But it sounds like he's not super on board with them either.
right. They're the
Cool.
better option of the two right now.
Right. Okay. Cool. So what is his motivation? Like, what does he want to have happen?
So his sort of dreams and aspirations, he wants to see a galaxy where things are done fairly, at least his estimation, his view of fair,
Yep.
which, debatable is,
Yeah, totally.
but I also think he's probably like at least a little selfish and selfishly motivated. Like he wants prestige to some degree,
Nice. Yeah.
which is why he's upset about not
Yep.
getting his promotion that he thought he deserved. But
Cool.
like,
Okay, I love it.
he wants that like prestige and recognition of achievement, which I could
Yes.
totally also see fitting in with the like competitive sibling dynamic.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe one of his older siblings has already achieved some level of, like they're ahead of him in the game, career
Yeah.
wise, like feels like he has to catch up with them or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, so good. So much great. Yes, love it.
I'm enjoying the process of coming up with this character. This is really
This is
fun.
so cool. No.
I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
about this a little bit ahead of time, so I
Uh-huh.
have some ideas, and I like where this is going.
Cool, cool, cool. No, me too. Yeah, man, like just all of the characters you guys have come up with is just like such living, breathing characters, which is amazing.
I love it. I'm so excited to see how these characters interact.
Yeah. Yeah, and Will is not going to be joining us after all, so it's just going to be you and Ben and Ken,
Okay.
which I'm super excited about. I mean, obviously, all the players that that I work with are amazing. I just like I see the three of you and like, ooh, this is not like the dream team, but this is a dream team. Like this,
Interesting team. I'm
yeah,
super
yeah.
that group. That said,
Yes,
Ben, and Ken sounds like a really interesting group. I
right.
can't see how that plays out.
Yeah, totally.
That's gonna be so good.
Um, cool. Okay, I mean, I think that gives me a pretty good amount of information. Anything else that you were thinking of for this character?
That I think that pretty well covers it. Let me look back through my notes real quick and see if he. The only other thing is like if the opportunity arises to get some petty revenge on
Oh,
the
totally.
maybe the person who took his spot who didn't deserve it, but
Uh-huh.
definitely the person who was responsible for the promotion. Like
Ooh, yeah.
not say he's not gonna go super out of the way, but if
Sure.
if the option is there to screw that guy, like that is on the table.
Nice. I love that.
So if he gets the chance to put a thumb in that guy's eye, like, oh yeah, he'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, totally. Cool.
I think that's it. That's about everything. We pretty
Awesome.
much covered everything from my notes.
No,
Other
that's
than
great. That's a really good note. Ooh, that's so much fun. Okay, cool. And then anything mechanically, because like I said, I don't think I have a PDF yet from you.
yeah, I don't have anything put together for this character. I've basically got my sheet for the Company of the Ring done. I
Okay,
need to do that
right.
one as well. But
Yeah.
I did have a question on the mechanical. I know you sent out an email at one point of like, oh, I didn't allow enough points for skills, do this many as well.
Yes.
Also for this game. I couldn't remember if
Exactly. Yep.
I figured it was. I just wanted to double check because I think
Yep.
that might have been to the Company of the Ring crew. I couldn't remember if that included the Bothan Spies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Points.
Yeah, it should include both. But that's a good point. I should update the rule sheet, but yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking at like what I wrote down for my notes from last time, and
Cool.
I'd written down like as far as like the skill stuff I wrote down was like stealth, perception, probably like a hovercraft piloting, and
Yep.
maybe something like a specialized thing like read lips.
Cool.
But yeah, I imagine this is a much more like sort of, I don't know what I know party wise, Ken was playing more like a soldiery type
Yep.
is the vibe. Okay.
Yep. Just shoot him. Shoot first, ask questions later.
I see. And Ben is playing the sort of like, was he doing the like man in the chair vibe? Like
Yes,
hacker?
exactly. Yep.
He's probably got us covered on like intelligence, computer systems, type stuff.
Right.
Presumably.
Yep.
I imagine this
Totally.
character would be more the sort of like perception,
Right.
like insight, perception,
Yep.
sort of.
Yep. Yeah, because
vein.
especially because you said like he's more of a field guy, so stealth. Yep.
Around like insight for determining motive of
Yes.
and stuff, and like read lip. That's why I was thinking like read
Yeah.
lips.
Yeah. No, that sounds awesome.
Cool.
I think that would work well with the group.
Put that sheet together. I just want to make sure that like, because there's only 3 of us, I want to make sure we don't
Right. You gotta have the skills.
I
Yeah.
want to make sure
And we can always change, once we get started.
Cool. All right. That sounds good.
Cool.
I think that pretty much covers
Awesome.
everything.
Yeah. I'm pretty pumped.
Oh, I have a name. I have a name for this character.
Oh, good.
I should mention the name. Here, I will put it in the chat because Star Wars
Cool.
names be weird.
No, Star Wars names are so, yeah. Ben came up, I was like, Ben came up with his character name. I'm like, Ben, did you like use a Star Wars name generator? And he was like, nope, I just came up with that. I'm like, oh, it's so good. Because there's just something about the names.
This is the one that I picked for my guy.
Love it.
So I wanted like a snappy first name. So
Yeah.
So Varlo.
Yep. Simple. Yep.
Simple,
Cool.
short, and complicated. Since it's going to be said a million times, I don't want it to be like a
right.
syllable.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Cool. So yeah, that is the name.
Cool.
And looking forward to it. Also, I guess we mentioned it in the initial session too, but human, because
Empire, right. Cool. Yep.
Empire's a little xenophobic.
Super xenophobic. Yeah, I didn't mention that to the rest, but yeah, I think all 3 of you are going to be human, so that makes it in some ways easier.
Yeah, easier to blend in.
Right. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Cool.
Awesome.
Wait. Well, thanks, Ben, Sam, and yeah, I'll take this, and this is very useful.
No worries. Yeah.
Yay.
Cool. Sounds good.
Cool. Thanks. And I'll see you in like, I don't know, a month, I guess.
Oh yeah, because yeah, it'll be a while. Are we having a White Star next week or no?
Oh, we are, yes, on Sunday. Yep.
That'll be like and then there's like a little while break. Cool.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Have a good night.